Oh, yeah, away we go on this Wednesday edition. Mr. Relevant, Alex Strouf with you from the Gerber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue downtown Milwaukee. Josh DiMaggio is here. Bears fan Will Summers is here producing the show. I'm very grateful for him.
Are you?
Yeah, no, I am. You annoy the hell out of me because you are so good at trolling.
Yeah.
You're so good at it.
I think that's one thing Josh appreciates about me is because Josh doesn't fall for it.
Dude, it's one of your best
I don't know if I'm
talents.
good or you're really good at falling for it.
I think you're good at it. I think you and I probably share a little bit in common in that sense of the trolling, because I don't know if you've ever caught me. You catch this guy in your traps like hourly.
Yeah,
I mean, the only time I got you is when I asked you what time our show was starting and showed you my phone clock, and it was just Ben Johnson with the shirt off as my background.
Yeah, he didn't really
I
have an
don't know if
option
that
in that one, though, right?
Yeah.
No, today I'm having a conversation with our buddy Vince Vitrano of WTMJ, morning news over on WTMJ, and we're talking about Matt LaFleur. I don't remember what about, but Will comes down the stairs, and Will, you asked us.
No, you asked me something about Matt LaFleur, and I said, how much does he squat?
And I said, I don't know. Does he have big legs? And then you followed that up with?
Ben Johnson squats 405. I'm just trying to get a consensus of the rest of the NFL coaches in the league.
Why do you know how much the head coach of the Bears squats?
It was a clip that was circulating yesterday
okay.
where he was also being modest, and that was like his safe answer. He's like, I think I could get 405.
How much do you squat?
I did 225 yesterday for 2.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It was on the Smith machine, though, so I don't know how much that counts. The bar is
I'm going to give you the 225. I'm going to give you the 220. You're almost halfway to Ben Johnson. That's pretty good. So, yeah, that was how he got me today, Joshy. So, good stuff there. Want to continue to preview Packers-Bears today, as it is Bears week. And I am grateful for the Chicago Bears for holding up their end of the bargain, and that this game means something. And social media is already a disaster, and I love it. I love it. I'm not exactly certain how this game goes on Sunday, but I think we have a decent read on it, right? Obviously, the Bears are going to try to establish the run. The Packers' run defense is certainly a question mark, at least more so than it was, say, Thanksgiving against the Lions, because you're without Devontae Wyatt now for the remainder of the season. But you feel really good about what this defense has done this season. You feel great about where Jordan Love is at. I think, not to speak for you, Joshy, but I think we all feel better about where Matt LaFleur is at.
Yes.
In terms of play calling. Mm-hmm. So, I do feel like the Packers are humming all of a sudden, which is always a scary thing to say out loud.
Yes, because there is a part of me, and this is just how I always operate, is, well, what's the next bad thing that's going to happen?
Yep.
And when is the next Not that a loss to, say, a team like the Broncos or the Ravens would be like, oh, they took a huge step back.
No.
Because it is football and they are paid. But what you could see is a potential of going back to sort of the things that didn't work and strain from I've been saying this basically as much as humanly possible. Jordan Love, save for the counting stats, is an MVP. And it's that easy. He is not top 10. He is top 5. Every metric you look at evaluating quarterbacks, aside from the counting stuff, he is right up there.
So hold on. When you say that, I'm just trying to parse through this. When you say that, you are looking at the true root of the acronym MVP, the most valuable player, rather than the statistical leader.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
Right, like the guy most responsible for success of a team. And when Jordan Love is weighed on in that way, he has done nothing but overperform.
That I agree.
Yes.
Outside of
his opportunities have been more limited than everyone else's, which is certainly a factor and does count.
Right.
But
and that's where you could certainly have the Stafford argument.
Right.
That's where you could have the Jonathan Taylor argument, right?
Football is a little more backwards than both the NBA and MLB, where the counting stats still matter in a way that they don't in those other.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nikola Jokic, his counting stats are also impressive, but every metric of his is also insanely impressive. But Like, we moved past the
Gotta
Cy
be honest,
Young.
I didn't anticipate a Nikola Jokic pop in the first 5
We
minutes.
we moved past the Cy Young needing to have 20 wins or 18 wins. Like, Paul Skeens won it and
Had a losing record, if I'm
right,
not mistaken.
and
Yeah.
like had like a 5-6 wins on the season. Like, we're able to now evaluate in better ways, and I still think the NFL is a little backwards in that because Jordan Love, when used in the right sense and used properly, he is one of the best. He and Drake May right now are very clearly heads and shoulders above the rest, and you don't want to make a big judgment and say Jordan Love is better than Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying that, but this season, based on what they're producing, that is the case.
Yeah. I agree. I think he's been that good. I don't think you're exaggerating. I don't think you're being over the top with it. I think he's been that good. It may have just taken Matt LaFleur a little bit longer to realize it than the rest of us. And maybe that's not true, but more so.
I think Matt LaFleur trusts him more than people think, especially with the amount they were running the ball.
Yeah.
I just think Matt LaFleur is very convicted in the way he thinks this current Packers team should have worked. And it seems he's pivoted a bit on that.
Yeah, that was certainly evident, both against the Vikings, but certainly on Thursday against the Lions as Love throws 4 touchdowns. Now, that is a way to beat this Bears team. Put the ball in Love's hands. This defense for Chicago has been beat up. They've been inconsistent. Now, they turn over teams a lot, right? I mean, they have 17 interceptions on the year defensively.
They have the largest turnover margin. Their turnovers versus the turnovers they've given up. And it's a lot more than everyone else. So
it's also 17. It's plus 17.
Yeah, that is due for regression. And that's not saying they're not going to turn the ball over, but the disparity being as large is one of those things that is not usually sticky.
Yeah, the key for the Packers is very simple, and it's twofold. Don't turn the ball over, stop the run.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's as simple as that. If you do those two things, and obviously stopping the run is a moving scale.
Or if they turn over, you turn over. That's basically, you need to match that. You can't lose.
You can't lose the turnover battle, right? Because they will capitalize on it. It's a Ben Johnson-led offense. And as much as I like to joke about, I don't know how much I believe in the Bears and looking at the remainder of their schedule, that they could still somehow miss the playoffs.
I can say this. I believe in Ben Johnson more than I believe in anyone or anything on the Bears.
Yeah, I'm convinced that Ben Johnson is a good head coach and a really good play caller. I'm convinced.
We discussed that because 2 years ago I accused you of being a Bears fan for saying it was the best situation.
It was prior to the 24 season, yes.
And this year I think we were pretty much in agreement. We didn't want that guy coaching that
I
team.
really wanted him to go to Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, go be the Raiders coach, Ben.
Because I thought so highly of his time in Detroit.
It's good and bad for the NFC North. And I guess I don't know where you stand on this because we talked about this a little bit on KBN the other day. But do you like it or dislike it when the Bears are good? Personally, I like it.
I don't like it. And that's just simply, I would rather win more games. If the Bears are competitive, but the Packers still win 9 out of 10 times, fine. I can live with that.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at.
But I want to beat them as much as humanly possible, and them becoming more confident and better is less wins for my team, so therefore I don't like it.
Sure. Okay. I guess that's a very logical approach to the question, to a very illogical question.
Yeah.
Nice.
I get that right? Okay. I was going to say unlogical, and I went, that's not a word. To an illogical question, because obviously we can't determine whether or not they're going to be good or bad year over year. But I think I prefer them being good. Now, obviously, I would prefer if the Packers win 9 of 10.
Right. You're not going to prefer them being good if the Packers lose on Sunday.
Correct. But
here's what it does, and you might be conflating two things here. For us and the people talking about it and the sort of hype around it, it's much better.
But dude, look, listen. I was going to say I like when the Bears are good. I don't like Bears fans, specifically on social media. I like Will, and Will's trolls.
What's your thoughts on Jonathan Brust?
Same thing. Like the trolls annoy me, but come Monday, they're not going to be saying anything if the Packers win.
Correct. Well, no, they will be. I mean, Will already gave us a taste. House money.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Packers got the extra day off.
Yeah. See, they know where they're going to go next.
Yeah.
Even up the series, the year series.
Yeah.
Whereas, where do we go? I don't know. They lose the Bears on Sunday at Lambeau Field. That's bad.
Yeah, if you think I haven't been positive enough, if we lose at home to the Bears,
Monday's going to be rough.
I might have to go out and find myself a Connor Bedard jersey and
I have
never.
one. I'll bring it
Well,
for you.
I'm not going to fit into that. Well, I'm sorry to break that. Maybe I could tape it across my.
I'll wear it for you.
I hate to break it to you.
I didn't think that was breaking news.
that little pipsqueak behind the glass. Oh, good stuff. Yeah. So and again, I don't think the Packers lose this game. I really don't.
I don't either.
I'm struggling to find recipes for the Bears to win.
The way the Packers lose is the way they've lost the games they shouldn't have so far.
Which is
season.
Mismanagement by the head coach, a bad turnover, whether that be by the quarterback or on special teams, and your run defense falls apart.
Right.
Which
if the Packers play a clean game and one with proper aggression, they win this matchup. A 6.5 point spread. Is it 6.5 still? Or is it 6? 6.5 point spread. That's like a 90% winning percentage usually.
Mm-hmm.
That's significant. This isn't coin toss territory. This is Vegas telling us based on their process, their formulas, that the Packers at home are quantifiably a much better team.
What's their record this year as 6.5 or more favorites?
I would bet they are like
under 500.
Yeah, probably like 1-3.
That's crazy.
Well, I think I'd have to look.
Well, because I think the Cowboys, they were definitely 6.5 point favorites.
The Browns I don't know. That one
that one opened
Yeah.
very large, but I think it got smaller as the week went on.
Yeah, because that was on the road, and everyone kind of recognized, like, hey, this defense
it was
can.
it was gonna be an ugly game.
Yeah, I think that one came down closer, but I know the Panthers was a bigger spread.
Yeah, the Browns, I want to say, opened at 12.5, but closed at like 5.5
Yes,
somehow. Like it got very it decreased a lot.
I don't know. You're the gambling expert. I can't find a website that tells me that historically, but I would be curious to know.
I should be able to
in
find
games
that.
like that. It's a big spread, and there's certainly a recipe to win by a touchdown. I'm not too worried about that. Look, I think the Packers, and this isn't a hot take by any means, but the Packers are playing their best football this year. They've played two. I don't love the word complete games, but they've played two.
The Detroit game was their most complete game this season.
But I could argue Minnesota was also pretty close.
I think so, but I also grade that one on a curve more than
because they're so bad, or the quarterback is so bad specifically.
Yeah. That's a team in an absolute like down the drain spiral.
So let's do this because we used to have, maybe we'll have Rutledge on Friday before Packers Bears, but the last 2 years when the Bears have been so bad, I've had Jim Rutledge of ESPN Madison on to have what I would call a respectful Bears conversation. Meaning, I would not insult the Bears because I'm a good guy. I was the bigger person. And I just wanted to get his perspective as a fan of the Bears on the Bears. And we would have these respectful conversations. And every time I would say respectfully, and I would ask a question, right? Is Caleb Williams actually any good? We're still going to be respectful here, but I don't think we need the added, hey, respectfully. And this is a respectful conversation because they're actually good now. They're 9-3 though. They're 9-3. They're in first place in the NFC. They're in first place in the NFC North. So
the bit was we were talking down.
Yes, that was the bit.
What are you talking now? Up or are we face to face?
Knew that one was coming.
I'm just like, should I say respectfully to you now?
No.
I'm just wondering how this works. I've never done this before.
I appreciate the follow-up questions, and you're definitely not trolling me right now at all.
No.
So. What do you, as a Bears fan, what do you feel best about when it comes to the Chicago Bears, respectfully?
The offense. Like, the offense, one way or another, they're going to figure it out. At one time or another, they're going to figure it out. Sometimes they jump on teams early, like the Eagles, and just beat the crap out of them. And sometimes against teams like the Giants, who, weirdly enough, are significantly worse than the Eagles, it takes them into the fourth quarter. The thing that worries me the most about their game with the Packers is what if the Packers just key in on the run so hard and then we have to pass and then it's Micah Parsons' time. That's like the easiest route I see the Packers winning this game is forcing them to pass. And then, I mean, if Micah Parsons is lined up against Darnell Wright, it's going to be a hell of a matchup all day on both sides. But that's the thing that worries me the most is Micah Parsons just wrecking the pass game.
Yeah, I'll just say this in terms of I don't care how good the best tackle in football is. You can't stop Micah Parsons. Whatever it is, 35 times a game if he throws the ball.
Respectfully.
I mean, just look at what he did to Penny Sewell.
Right.
That I looked it up. The open of the game was 7.5, and it looked like it ended near 5.5.
This was Cleveland?
Yes.
Is it crazy to say that this is a different team than we saw in week 3? It just is. Now, obviously, it's the same players, but
both teams are I think both teams are coming off their best win of the season, their best performance.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It seems pretty straightforward to me that we're probably, even if Quay's healthy, we're probably going to see more Isaiah McDuffie.
He's been awesome.
And just because they're going to want to sell out to stop the run. And Isaiah actually is our best pass defending linebacker, which I think catches some people by surprise.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, both the when targeted and just like their general coverage, Isaiah McDuffie's been the best. He's not the fastest out there, but I mean, some skill is involved with that as much as effort.
Sure.
So, and I also think Evan Williams, he's going to need to be in and around the ball a lot and brought down. And Javon Bullard, too, even if they go to that, he's going to be asked to tackle.
I'll just say this. Evan Williams is going to be a Pro Bowler. And I know we don't care about Pro Bowl nominations, but he is a top 10 vote getter right now in both special teams player and safety. I think he's number 1 or number 2.
You can feel the tide rising on him.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
I mean, Tom Brady was effusive in his praise in a way I haven't heard him talk about really any player.
Yeah.
Which, if you're catching Tom Brady's eye, I think he's got a pretty good sense of difference makers on the field.
You think?
I think I can trust him for that. I'm not going to trust him when it comes to making dogs and cloning them, but or when it comes to facial reconstruction surgery, as he continues to morph more and more into an alien and less like a human. But yeah, I think he knows ball.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Yeah, I don't know about cloning, but he does know ball. Okay, Joshy, what do you feel best about when it comes to the Green Bay Packers? If I made you pin down one thing, what do you feel best about? And Will went pretty overarching, right? He said I feel best about the offense.
My final statement, I guess, would be that the offense will win them the game, but also could lose them the game.
And I asked you what you felt best about, and you added
so best about the offense, but also worst about the offense.
Got it. Okay, Joshy for the Packers.
In a general sense, I feel the best about the defense because I think the defense has been the most consistently good.
Specifically the front seven?
Not necessarily even that, just because of Devontae Wyatt. Just as a unit, they have kept teams down. And let's be honest, aside from the Dallas game, the defense has been pretty much the reason the Packers had opportunities to win every single game this season.
Yeah. They've kept them in just about every game.
Yes, and they're one of the lowest in terms of giving up points. The turnovers aren't there.
I think they're at 18.8 points per game right now.
So, yes, that's the thing I'm most confident in. Also, but that's also in addition to, and the reason I didn't pick Jordan Love here is because Jordan Love's performance is not solely based on him. It takes his pass catchers and it takes his head coach to call the right plays, be in the right situation, and to make the plays. But I think the single bet, and this is crazy to say, Micah Parsons has 12.5 sacks and is would be a depoy, if not Myles Garrett setting the single season record here eventually for sacks. Jordan Love, I think, has been the best single player for the Packers. That's how highly I think of his performance this season.
I mean, look, I would say Micah Parsons first.
Right. I'm cutting Jordan a fine line.
Yeah.
They're both all pro level players. I just think Jordan Love has been that excellent. And the only person I think I can say has been definitively better than him, in the NFL, is Drake May and probably Myles Garrett.
What about Stafford?
Dak?
Dak's been good.
I think
Dak's
Dak,
been good.
Going back to your point of most valuable player, is probably top 3 most valuable to his team.
I think a lot of quarterbacks function well with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And
same thing with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams?
Yes. But, I mean, the Stafford thing, we love Devontae here.
Yeah.
He has like 7 catches for touchdowns that are under 5 yards. So they're clear. They're doing.
He's been unbelievable in the red zone.
They're doing what the Colts were trying to do. The Colts were trying to basically, by force of will, get Jonathan Taylor as many touchdowns as humanly possible. So he had an MVP like conversation. Well, that stopped working when teams sold out to stop the run, and he's had more struggles. But if they get inside the 5, they are throwing the ball to Devontae. Despite having Kyron Williams, who's plenty good as a goal line back and is also capable of scoring a bunch of touchdowns, they multiple times this season, they've dropped back, thrown to Devontae, incomplete, drop back, thrown to Devontae, incomplete, drop back, thrown to Devontae, touchdown. Like, they will run the same.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The same two. They'll run a fade or a slant to Devontae every single time because they know that people aren't going to go back and go, well, they were up 17 in this game and then decided to run a fade to Devontae to go up even more. They're just going to look at the numbers.
I don't like Devontae slander here.
I'm not slandering him.
That's what he did with Cooper Kupp last year, too. Like, he'd get 23 targets a game.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what McVay and Stafford do.
Right. Like, Puka Nacua is having a forgotten season despite being one of the...
He's been excellent.
Yeah.
He's been excellent.
But they just get to the goal line and they throw it to Devontae. It's what Aaron did. Aaron did the same thing.
Yeah.
He got his touchdown numbers up by getting to the 1 yard line and then throwing it to Devontae.
So anyway, back to the subject at hand here. I feel really good about a lot of things about the Green Bay Packers. Like, I feel really good about their offense. I feel really good about their defense. I feel great about the pass rush, which obviously was something you didn't feel good about last year. With the addition of Micah Parsons, everything changes there. I feel good about the weapons offensively. And again, I do think it's hard to win a Super Bowl without Tucker Kraft on this offense. I do. It's just a fact. However, you've seen guys take what we said for years and years now, that next step. It seems like Christian Watson's taken that next step. Even a guy like Emmanuel Wilson, another weapon on that offense, is taking the next step. And certainly, Jordan Love, we talk about consistency. He's been consistent when he's been given the opportunity to be consistent. So there's so many things to feel good about when it comes to the Packers, where I could just think this is the new norm for them. But like I said at the top of the show, this is the same team that lost to the Browns. This is the same team that lost to the Panthers. This is the same team that tied to the Cowboys. There's still some pause of, okay, is this the new norm, or is there another letdown waiting in the hopper?
I'm not take locked to Matt LaFleur being a detractor and a negative, but I need more evidence than the Lions game to fully believe we've turned the page and moved on to a better offense. Like, if they come out against the Bears and then the following week and it's the Jordan show and they're scoring points and moving, then I'll be like, yes, we can finally believe. But until you can... I need more evidence to fully erase what I had seen previously that led you down the road of, wow, is this team really even all that good? We were having those questions going into the Giants
month
game.
ago.
You're right. Like, sure, they have a winning record currently, but it kind of seems like the margins are extra thin, and one or two things go wrong, and you're turning a lot of wins into losses.
I believe we actually had a show titled "Are the Packers Good?"
Yes,
like a month ago.
Yeah.
But that's life in the NFL, baby. That's showbiz.
But that's also
Things
why
can turn around
it was
fast.
so disappointing to have the poor results. Because if you look at the roster and the way it's constructed, you would say all the ingredients here are here of a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
Why aren't they playing?
And now with a 3-game winning streak in the pocket, 3-0 start in the division, including a sweep of the Lions, I think we have reached the conclusion that, okay, this team is figuring it out.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the other side, we'll go back to the Bears now. Is that the consensus? You won 9 of 10 games the Bears have, Will, right? It's 9 of the last 10, and they're 9-3. They started 0-2. They've won 9 of their last 10. Do you get the gut feeling, respectfully, of a team that has figured it out, or is this a team that has just won one-score games and has good leadership? Like, where's the gut check at 9-3, winning 9 of the last 10?
No, it's the NFL. It doesn't matter who you beat. Every week, week in and week out, it's tough to win. Like, the fact that they've won 9 out of their last 10, they're for real. Like, I don't know how for real. I would say they're, and I don't want to say this because of the way this team has fared this year, but I think they're a lot similar to the Commanders last year, where it's like they might sneak into the dance, get in as a wild card, hopefully win the North, and then kind of just up for grabs. You know, they're going to bring teams down to their level, good teams like they did with the Eagles, and maybe could make a run at an NFC Championship. But I just don't think it's a coincidence that they won 9 out of their last 10, and they've handled the Eagles last week and beat. I mean, who cares that they beat backup quarterbacks or bad teams? Winning is winning. That's all I care about. I don't care about the spreadsheets. I don't care about the stats. I just care about wins.
I agree with that. As much as I love to troll Bears fans, a win's a win. You can only play who's under schedule, and they've done it 9 times out of 12 on 75% of their games.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's fine for a Bears fan to say.
Yeah, it's also different for the Packers who have such higher expectations.
Right.
Like for us, I thought 9 wins to coming into the season max. Like that was our ceiling.
Right.
And now that we've hit that with 5 weeks left.
It's a different scale.
Exactly.
You don't think this team's going to win a Super Bowl. Every win is a good win. It helps build momentum for a team that's rebuilding.
Exactly.
The Packers eking out a victory against the Giants, not as impressive. Not just a win. Something we need to look at because the postseason and deep into the postseason is part of our plan and our expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So winning pretty, and it doesn't have to be winning pretty, winning games and winning them well and not casting doubt is what the Packers need to do and Packers fans need to see. I mean, if the Bears end up with the luckiest win, it's not going to matter to Will.
Mm-hmm.
If the Packers end up eking out a victory, requiring an onside kick and like an incredible last-second touchdown, I will come back here and be like, I'm nervous. I don't love that. You should be able to beat that team better than that.
Yeah, it just goes back to the expectations. Like with every win, Bears fans are a lot more present, thinking like every regular season win we're thankful for. Where Packers, it's like we win a bad game. How is this going to affect us in the playoffs? You guys are thinking Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is there a breaking point of wins for the Bears where you have to? Because, like, I think of the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed to be like last in the AFC. Bad. Like
Yeah,
they were like a bottom 3-4 team, and now they're the best team in that conference. So now they've gone from
Well, hold on.
wins are good to
with them, they made the right coaching hire. Clearly, their quarterback was better than everybody expected in year 2, and all of their free agent signings, or a lot of them, I should say, which they were the biggest spender and biggest player in free agency back in March.
they started spending money because they had to spend more to like
Be a team,
yeah.
be a team, like to field a team this year. So they were the biggest player because they had to be, but also because they needed a roster. They were the biggest player in free agency, but a lot of them have worked out. A lot of their big money free agent targets, which is what's led to such a remarkable turnaround for them. And I think they've won, 10 in a row now? I think New England has as the 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible. Anyway, sorry, continue. Is there a win total for the Bears, you were asking?
Yeah, a win total where the expectations are, well, now we have to win some playoff games. Like if you're a 12 or 13 win team,
I think it's a different season. Like this is the first season of Ben Johnson, the first season that they've got.
It's called shielding
they've had a
his heart,
winning
Joshie.
record since 2018.
He's shielding his heart.
yeah, it's just
No,
If
it's
you
not,
finish
because I'm still
13 and
so
4.
happy with everything that happened.
But if you finish 13-4 as the 1 seed in the NFC and you lose at home in the divisional round, you're telling me that wouldn't be an under
do we
deliver?
win the North?
Yes, if you're the 1 seed.
Win. It's a win of a season. It's a great season. That's a fantastic season.
I guess I would shift my when
Yeah.
The expectations were so low. We won 5 games. We lost 10 games in a row last year.
and I know it's different, but when Jordan Love got into the postseason and beat the Cowboys, my expectation was this team should go out the way they're playing and the way Jordan Love's playing. There's no reason, like, it's still a benefit, and I didn't expect to be here. But if you're this good, you got to win in the playoffs.
There's still a lot to learn about the Bears, and I think the next 5 games are going to tell us a lot. And if they fare well in those games, maybe I'll have some higher expectations. But right now, I'm thinking playoffs.
Okay. Guarding your heart.
Not guarding my heart, because I've been very happy with every win, and I have not been afraid to hide that.
Chicken.
No.
All right. We need to figure out our bet, Will.
You need to figure out what I
Split
need to do.
So let's just
Or we could just redo it.
refresh my memory. What did I agree to do if the Bears won on Sunday?
45 minutes of hot Pilates
45 minutes?
in a 125-degree sauna.
I would die.
Yeah, I don't know if that's safe, actually.
Okay, now I'm going to put on a different hat here for a moment.
Yes.
If you do the
Hot Pilates.
yes,
Yeah.
is Will going to be there to film it all entirety and for it to be a own special digital on
I
this
don't know that we would
program?
post the entire 45 minutes, but we could certainly put in the highlights.
that'd be unwatchable.
Do you have to wear a Bears jersey while you do it, too?
But like
Sure.
you
I can
have
wear,
to
or bear something, sure.
if that's the deal, you have to be mic'd up the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, I agree.
And Will needs to be focusing the camera on you often, not the whole time.
Might have to take breaks because it might overheat.
See, that's what I was getting my concern.
But there's
was.
it's like a glass.
Are they going to allow you to film?
Yeah.
We'd have to call ahead
As
of
I
time.
say,
Yeah.
we definitely need approval because I imagine there'll probably be other people in the class that might not want to be
No,
filmed.
it's like usually like a 3-person sauna, but we could just get a class with 1 person in it, so it could just be me and Strouf in there.
Will you just? I'm not going to be that mean. I don't think because like a physical workout for Will is nothing. He's in
That's
shape.
a treat.
He's in shape.
Yeah, just like my coach.
So do we go the opposite, Joshy? Do we have him wear my cheese head
Yeah.
I've never worn anything.
for an entire episode of Mr. Relevant while he also like throughout the hour. Now this might be against company guidelines, so put on your managerial hat for a moment. But he wears my cheese head and has to eat a bag of cheese curds during the hour. He doesn't.
I don't think we can ask him to do that.
Okay.
I think a fair punishment would be the moment he steps in the office, a cheesehead goes on. The moment he leaves the office, cheesehead comes off.
I've never worn any Packers like apparel my entire life.
Well, good for you. Is I own a cheese head.
The worst part is that it has your name on it.
It
too,
does
doesn't
indeed.
It?
It does.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
it's
this is
a
gonna.
on the back. It lies on top of the cupboard above my fridge in my living room. It's currently a decoration because I don't often wear it either. So an all-day cheesehead commitment is, I think, what I would come back with on my 45-minute hot Pilates.
Just for one day, right?
Yeah.
just Monday. Yeah.
Just Monday.
Yeah, because
Only Monday.
I think the stakes do actually even out because hot Pilates in a workout is a little more grueling than just
And
wearing a cheese
well, keep in mind who the subject is as well. We're talking about me.
Yeah.
So only on Monday.
Just Monday.
So if
Yeah.
I call in sick, then I can't do it on Tuesday.
Nope.
No, you would do it on Tuesday.
Well, no, you
Yeah.
said only Monday.
No, you would do it the next day you're at work.
Okay.
And it has to be Monday through Friday. Actually, it has to be Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Let's get that clear. It needs to be on this program.
It's
Yeah.
gonna suck. It looks so stupid.
So you're agreeing.
What?
You're agreeing.
I guess, even though one of them is a lot more public than the other one.
Oh,
But I guess the video
that's
of
not
you.
I was going to say, it's going to be on social media.
True. That's not true. It'll all be public.
Okay.
All right, it's a deal. If the Bears win on Sunday at Lambeau
Air
Field,
handshake.
air handshake. If the Bears win Sunday at Lambeau Field,
What does Josh have to do?
I will just poke and prod, man. That's what he does best. If the Bears win Sunday at Lambeau Field, I will do a 45-minute session of hot Pilates next week. What day is your Pilates day typically?
It can be any day.
Okay, so next week.
24/7 studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a
So
Chad
Phil-
Ochocinco. It's always open.
So filming will be no issue. We could do this at 10
That's what I'm
o'clock
saying.
p.m.
Yeah.
on a
We
Tuesday.
could go at 1 a.m.
Okay, great. And then if the Packers win on Sunday, Will wear my customized Strouf Packers cheesehead from the Packers Pro Shop all day, workday Monday.
I don't know what's worse, that or a jersey.
I
It's
think
the cheese.
Probably
I
the
think the
cheese head
cheese head,
because
yeah.
it sticks out like a sore
Yeah.
thumb.
correct.
Like
yeah.
you'll be sitting at your desk, you'll have to remove it to put on headphones and then put your cheese head over top.
Joshy, which punishment would you rather see? I'm not asking in terms of the outcome of the game. Which punishment would you rather witness?
Oh, it's the cheese head.
Good.
Yeah.
good.
I don't think you realize how hard Pilates. Like watching Strouf try to do some of these movements would be hilarious.
But the thing is there's something to the full work day as the resident Bears fan. Like I would pick Strouf wearing a Bears jersey all day, or painting his nails like Caleb for a week, like something like that, where you have to do something.
Can I tell you how confident I am? I'll add the painted.
Wow.
I'll add the painted fingernails.
Wow.
I'll add that. That's how confident.
Okay.
I am. I'll do hot
Bears colors.
I'll do hot Pilates and blue and orange fingernails.
What was the phrase that Caleb tried to invent? Or no, it's the pose. You have to do a picture like this.
I can do that.
So everyone screenshot him just doing it right now.
Chat,
send it.
All right, there you go. There you go. Joe chimes in. Speaking of Pilates, did Will meet a girl at Pilates?
What?
I've not yet, but I'm starting to realize that I might be the only male that belongs to this gym, which I think is a positive.
Or hold on. Actually, that might not be a positive because you could, if you swing and miss once, your reputation is trashed.
But that's the thing. It's open 24/7. Like there's little overlap between all the people there.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going at different times, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you go in the morning. Sometimes you go at night.
Let's just talk about this.
It's open 24/7.
Also, not everyone else is going at the same time.
But hold on. We have to discuss this for a moment because we don't know if everybody knows everybody. I assume they don't, right? But if you believe you are the single male that attends this gym, which I find hard to believe, but if you are one of few even, and you swing and miss once, right? You approach somebody and it goes awfully or it goes poorly and she views you as creepy, you very quickly have the reputation of the creepy gym guy.
But I don't think a lot of other people would know that.
Yeah, and let's be honest. There's a way to not be creepy.
Approaching a woman at the gym is almost...
That's also like the least likely way I'd like to approach her.
Yeah, you got to catch her
it is very
walking out, you walking in, vice versa.
Yes. And
a rapport at first or something.
Yes, and it's something you start out, maybe you run into them once. Like you don't just go, hey, can I have your number and take you on a date to somebody you've done 3 classes with? Like, I believe in Will more than that.
I don't know what Will's game is yet. I haven't figured him out.
The long game.
Well, that's what you're playing at a gym. It is the long game.
Because then they'll ask you to leave.
I'm too scared to play the.
I mean, like right now,
the sudden game.
So we're in what's known as cuffing season, correct? Or are we done with cuffing season?
I don't know.
That's typically like October, November.
I mean, it can carry into the winter.
And then post Valentine's Day, or right around Valentine's Day, is the big purge. That's the big breakup season.
See, at this point though, you got to wait till after Christmas.
Well, that's you got. Yeah. I think you're holding out for Valentine's Day at this point. You're waiting until the Super Bowl.
In my current relationship, we started officially dating days before Valentine's Day.
Did you get her something?
I did not.
Same here, actually.
Which was a weird spot to be in.
Yeah, it's an awkward phase.
Yeah, because we were like, well, I mean, this just started. We're we can hang out on Valentine's Day certainly, but
that's what we
doing
did.
Valentine's Day how you would normally feels odd.
And if you do something big, it's
our second date being Valentine's is weird.
That was our third.
Yeah.
So I was actually on the same path as you. I just made dinner. I made steaks and called it a day.
We ordered food in and hung out.
Yeah.
It was it was very casual.
Because if you do something too big, it's like, whoa, this is going very fast.
Yeah. Did you buy flowers?
I don't think I did. I think I might have bought some of her favorite candy.
Okay.
Yeah, something small, very
safe play.
Would it be shocking for me to tell you I bought flowers?
Not shocking at all.
You probably bought a ring.
A promise ring. The ring before the ring.
How'd you know?
Ring.
Purity ring.
It would be funny to get a ring pop and present it on a second date. I got you a ring. I don't want you to freak out.
I could do that.
It's fruit punch.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Cherry.
All right, we've got a bunch of stuff we got to get to. I got sidetracked with Pilates there. Our Packers bet is made. All right, let's quickly get to this from Brian Windhorst, ESPN Cleveland, talking about Giannis, and obviously the Bucks are in turmoil. It has not been good since he returned from injury. Well, since he got injured, really. Bucks are 1-9 without Giannis. They are 9-8 with Giannis. They're just not that good. They're not a championship team. That's very evident. So this is Brian Windhorst rehashing what went down this summer, breaking what we view as some news, and then talking about Giannis's future in Milwaukee. Here's Brian Windhorst on the Really Big Show, ESPN Cleveland.
The Bucks called the Knicks and asked for an offer for Giannis, okay?
And?
Because Giannis said, I want to be a Knick. So people were like, oh, my God, he deleted a photo from May where he had a Bucks logo. Guys, he asked to be traded already.
Yeah. So when's it going to happen?
Well, that's the thing. So what appears is that Giannis committed himself for the season to the Bucks. That's what appeared happened. Everything he said in his mood. But the Bucks are not good. This year, when he hasn't played, they're 1-5. And when he has played, they're 9-8. So they've been 500 when he's played, and when he hasn't played, they've been getting raced. What you're asking me is his viewpoint, would his viewpoint change? I don't know. Like I know that he asked for a trade, and then he said, okay, I'm going to be a Buck this year. I know that a lot of people in the league don't think he'll be a Buck next year.
And that is true. A lot of people in Milwaukee don't think he'll be a Buck next year. And it's becoming more and more likely as they get further and further away from winning a championship. Now, I think there's a,
Bless you.
Thank you.
Impeccable timing.
Yeah, it couldn't have happened during the one minute video clip we just played. Had to be directly after. But thank you for blessing me, Josh. The thing here, though, is, and the part you heard him say in there is, well, he committed himself to the Bucks for the season. If we know something about Giannis, there's two things we know about Giannis to be true. Two things about Giannis we know to be true. Number one is he's incredibly loyal. He has been loyal to Milwaukee when he hasn't needed to be the entire time. He's loyal for people that take shots on him, people that take care of his family. Obviously, the Bucks have done that for him, thus why he is still in Milwaukee. But the other thing we know about Giannis to be true is he wants nothing more than to win another championship. And where the Bucks are at right now and how the Bucks are constructed right now, breaking news, they're not winning a championship.
No.
So the smart
They're not
decision,
winning a playoff series.
the smart decision for a all-time great player is to leave. It is. Now, is that after the season? Is that at the trade deadline? I don't know. But to hear Brian Windhorst, I think for the first time, say he requested a trade already, and I don't know if that was a misspeak or if that was an accidental report of something he knew. That's interesting. Because I was under the impression he was just contemplating his future and never formally requested a trade. Windhorst there made it sound like he requested a trade.
Yeah, and that's the material change, and you can see it amongst the Bucks fans who, for now 3, 4, 5 years, have been saying this is all conjecture. This is Brian Windhorst and Shams Charania trying to get Giannis out of Milwaukee. And now we have a report of Giannis requested, but not demanded, requested, because a demand would look a little bit different, a trade to the New York Knicks. And I think what happened, and I think I saw this at the beginning of it, and it seemed to have now gone away. When Giannis talked in the offseason about wanting to possibly get traded or go somewhere else and get traded, he didn't deny that happened, but there was never a specific of Giannis requested a trade and the Bucks to explore a trade with the New York Knicks. That was never reported. He was linked to the Knicks, and they said there was conversation there, but there was never the Giannis wants to be a New York Knick more than he wants to be a Milwaukee Buck. And I think that is a drastic and material change from what's happened. I've spoken to the few people I know who have a little bit of inside information, and they were all under the impression that everyone knew that was sort of what happened, but that's not what the public thought. The public thought it was Giannis doing his usual. I'm exploring all my options. I'm making sure the organization is committed to winning as I am, and that they are opening all avenues and sort of holding their feet to the fire. A trade request to me is totally different. That's Giannis going to the front office and saying, I don't think I can win here. I don't think this team's good enough. I don't think this team's built the right way. I would like to play elsewhere. Yeah. That to me is sort of what we were all trying to communicate a little bit in the offseason. And people didn't want to take it for what it is. But now when Brian Windhorst brings it up, after he deletes his Instagram and his Instagram and his Twitter, now suddenly when it's said that he requested a trade, it's being taken as more seriously. Which to me is interesting how the tides have turned, and maybe it's just the Bucks sucking.
I think that plays a huge role.
That people are like, yeah, that's probably because before you've been able to say, well, there was injuries, there's all these reasons why they weren't as good. Giannis is committed to Milwaukee. He loves Milwaukee. He loves being here. He doesn't love Milwaukee as much as he loves winning, and I think that is nothing you can hold against him. And I also think, and I said this on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy before we saw this report from ESPN Cleveland and Brian Windhorst, this is the first time definitively Giannis has added to the I don't want to be in Milwaukee by removing the
scrubbing
mention.
his social media, yeah.
That is, and it's so funny that we have to talk about this in like a serious manner of you delete your old tweets and Instagram and you remove the mention of the Bucks, and that is definitively a move players make who are unhappy.
Yep.
And it seems ridiculous, but it is part of the playbook. It is part of the I don't want to be here anymore playbook. And that to me is the first time definitively Giannis played part in the conjecture and the idea of him being elsewhere.
Yeah, that's a really good point by you. I agree with that because his silence is not necessarily playing into it in the offseason. Right? He shows up, well, virtually this year because he had COVID.
You could argue,
but to Bucks Media Day, and he kind of just says, "Yeah, I'm here."
Yeah.
You know,
you could argue Giannis's silence at times has not helped things where he could sort of squash things, but that's also you have to sort of read between the lines there and make claims. This is an actual action done by a person.
Yeah, and Matthew chimes in with this isn't the first time he's scrubbed his social media, which is true, but not to this level.
Yeah.
It's an interesting time that he decided to do it.
Right after an awful loss on a Monday to the Washington Wizards on the road. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And when he said,
or at least that's when it was noticed. But I imagine people are pretty eagle-eyed on that. Hawk-eyed, eagle-eyed.
It's within the last week or so.
Which they were still on a 7-game losing streak a week ago.
Yeah, the Instagram seems to be earlier and not within the timeline. The Twitter seems to be more recent, and that to me is different. And I know people are going to stick their head in the sand because they don't want a world without Giannis, and believe me, I do not either.
Right.
But we have to take what we have and speak about it intelligently and not just the national media, ESPN, and the NBA hates Milwaukee and they're out to get us. That is not what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's past that point.
Agreed.
I mean, it's kind of a win-win for Bucks fans because either you keep Giannis or you get an absolute haul for him and a bunch of draft picks that you don't have. And you get surrounding players where in past years without Giannis, they've kind of just been like, all right, who's next? Nobody. So if you trade him, you get all those pieces that you needed before and can build something, or you just keep them.
The problem with that, though, is even if you get a king's ransom for Giannis, you've leveraged your future so much to keep Giannis that the way out of it, other than finding another Giannis-level superstar,
impossible.
It's pretty dark. Yeah. So
this ain't the Packers quarterback scenario,
right? You can rebuild it and make your team more competitive, but I mean the Dame stretch and trade thing affects you for what is it 4 more seasons?
Yes.
That is 4. A big ring around your neck when you're
4 more after this,
right?
Yeah, it's 5 total.
When you're trying to build, the draft picks are nice. Who knows what you'd get back in terms of like young player? I've seen people mention the Hawks as a possible option because you would then be getting back your first-round picks.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted now.
What?
We have a Bears fan in the chat. Lil C Pilla 1 2 3 4. These monsters of the Midway are hungry, looking for cheese to eat pancakes for Saturday.
You don't put cheese on pancakes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
Well, get your people.
He's just exploring a new food outlet. Well, I don't blame him. Have you ever tried cheese on pancakes?
Have you?
No. So
exactly.
So how can we knock it?
Why couldn't this person say, looking for cheese for my nachos?
I'm not going to knock cheese on
Sunday.
pancakes.
He's going to get put in a timeout. And also, now he's spamming.
And also, the game was on Sunday. Why are you looking for pancakes on Saturday?
Because he's got to get ready. In Chicago, we're all about preparation.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to looking for cheese for my pancakes on Saturday. That message didn't make any sense.
I think it was a great message. It made a lot of sense.
Let's get to one word. Will has a list of topics that we have not hit on yet this week. We will hit those with one word. It is One Word Wednesday now on Mr. Irrelevant.
All right, we start with something that the Bears did, kind of in turn. Eagles offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo had his house egged by Philly fans the morning after their loss to the Bears.
Yeah, homecoming, my word. This feels very high school.
C-Pillow got a 1-minute timeout. Come back.
Rent free.
Come back
Rent
better
free.
next time. 1 minute.
Rent free. Your one word?
Deserved.
Yeah, he's been pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would advocate for.
It's egging. It's all told it's harmless.
You ever been egged
No.
when it is cold outside?
But I've done the egging, and maybe somebody we egged in the winter months had to have a lot of their siding replaced.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was always scared off by egging
think-
because it's like a felony technically or
Somebody
something
threw
like
an
that.
egg at my car when I was in high school.
I think Petullo
And I never got it
can
off.
afford.
I
We
never
used to
got
do
it off.
cheesing. Like you throw a slice of Kraft cheese at someone's car and it would stick to the window.
Oh, that's fun. I
that
like
was
that.
funny.
I like that.
I did more things here than I'm comfortable saying as a child.
Wouldn't you think
As a
the statute
child.
of limitations are up?
The mischief we got into,
Did any of it
What
involve
about the-
feces?
yes.
Okay.
Did you ever do the what was it where they run through the fence?
I'll give you guys a little taste. There was somebody in one of my friends' neighborhood who we didn't particularly like and would terrorize. It wasn't super nice to the children.
You were not super nice to this?
No, they were not. They did not have children, but they were not nice to the
Oh,
children.
okay.
in
Your
the
friends.
neighborhood.
Got it. Yep.
We did the classic Adam Sandler flaming bag of you know what,
Yep.
but as a little extra, we put in both bottle rockets and firecrackers. So when they opened their door, the firecrackers started going off, and the bottle rockets were lifting off into their house as they were.
Gosh, you almost started their house on
Was
fire.
there like an explosion of the feces?
Yes, all
So-
those things.
So it like he was in the splash zone
the
too.
man in the door had to duck as a bottle rocket came over his shoulder.
Did you witness this?
Yes, we were watching from the bushes.
I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
Have you always had that cackle?
Yes. that was a little more fear because just the scenario you were in, it was kind of like you run and then you laugh, but in the moment you just sort of sit and like, oh my God, this is working so well. Yeah. Yes, that did happen. And if it was your house, I'm sorry.
All right, next one word.
All right, this might be the tweet of the year from Seth Rorabow. He said, Mike Tomlin, this is on November 30th at 6:02 p.m. He said, Mike Tomlin will say something like, we can't eat soup with forks. We need spoons. Then the Steelers will sign a 2018 Pro Bowler to the practice squad. On December 2nd, the Steelers signed Adam Thielen, who is a 2018 Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Predictable is the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him figured out.
Do you think Aaron regrets playing for the Steelers?
No, I think he just regrets playing.
Yeah.
Another thing on Mike Tomlin, quick. Ben Roethlisberger apparently said on his podcast, which I didn't know he had, that Mike Tomlin should take the Penn State job.
Yeah. I'm good on anything Ben Roethlisberger has to say ever again.
It's pretty crazy to say about your former coach.
I know,
Like, hey,
crazy.
go back to college.
Hey, look, our buddy Rob Domowski's on SportsCenter right now.
Bald
Good for,
Bob.
good for Bald Bobby.
I don't really have one word other than like that franchise needs to stop letting Mike Tomlin call the shots. They need to rebuild. They're old, they're slow, and they are in purgatory of the NFL.
Yeah.
They never matter. They never have good enough draft picks. They're just stuck.
All right, two more quick ones. Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia is calling for President Donald Trump to sign an executive order to expand the college football playoff to 16 teams.
America.
The Pavias are an off-putting bunch. The brothers have been arrested more than once because of stuff they did at football games.
Like what?
Public intoxication twice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
This
like,
season.
just being drunk jerks. And it's like, hey, you guys are like
Wait,
25.
are these the brothers that were wrestling and then they got arrested?
No, that
No.
was in Ireland. That was the Kansas State.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
God.
dad and
yeah,
the
yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
They are like getting drunk disorderlies because they're such a problem. And the mom hanging her leg over the like what?
She's going on dates with Theo Vaughn.
So what do you guys? I know you guys are seizing the moment and making the best of and getting the most money, but I think I can expect you not to get arrested one time.
I also think this
we
is
need an
funny.
executive order.
There's so many different avenues that Vanderbilt could actually like make the college football playoff, but instead he's just like, let's extend it. Let's just go to the president. Let's not hope for like BYU to win or something like that, or BYU to lose. All right, last one we got. Spotify and Apple Music have started to roll out their 2025 recaps showing all the statistics of the music you've listened to, and many people have taken to Twitter, Facebook, and even Instagram stories to post them. What are your thoughts on that?
Adore it. I adore, I think is my word. I love it. I love analyzing people's music taste. I love is a collection a word?
Eclectic.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to make that more of
No.
the collection of eclecticness.
No, it's eclectic.
I love the collection of weirdness that people have. So personally, I'm a huge fan of it. I diagnose everybody. I read all of them. Mine was weird this year. I didn't listen to a lot of music this year. So mine was strange. But I'm going to go with the word adore.
Josh, did you get yours? Recap.
I did get mine.
What was it?
Mine had a lot of Grateful Dead.
Shocking.
Mine had a lot of Goose and Geese.
Oh, wow.
And then it had a lot of the metal I listened to. A little birdie may have sent me yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this was my Spotify rap, I would put this under super secret protection and threaten people who saw it and knew of it.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it.
Shinedown.
For the first time since 2015, my number one artist is.
Bad Sons. We've made fun of them on this show before.
I went to
Yes.
their concert.
Yeah, you did. With me.
Strouf.
With me.
Post Malone.
Yeah, that one was surprising to me.
Quinn XCII.
Yeah, Quinn 92. Yeah, I've seen him several times.
And then the guy you know from TikTok,
Who's the fifth?
Knox.
Oh, yeah, Knox. I saw him. He opened for Quinn 92 last December.
You couldn't waterboard that information out of me if that was my Spotify rap. You would have to be dangling all my loved ones over a cliff and threatening to kill them for me to release that Shinedown, Knox, and Quinn 92 were on my Spotify rap. That would be, to me, the greatest embarrassment I could ever live.
Just looks like you had a super sad year.
It also looks
No,
like
happy music.
you have
That's incredible.
abhorrent music taste for a guy who prides himself on music. That collection of artists is divorced dad music.
Haven't we talked about me being the king of butt rock before?
Divorced dad who went through a divorce and got a TikTok. That's what your Spotify Wrapped is. It's insane.
First off, I'd just like to make an amendment. I'm an Apple Music guy. Not Spotify Wrapped. Apple Music. Replay.
This looks like Spotify to me.
Oh, it's not. It's Apple Music.
Okay.
Well,
Neither here nor there.
run it back one more time.
Shinedown, Bad Sons, Post Malone, Quinn 92, and Knox.
Who the hell is Knox? I thought that was the AI
you'll
guy.
know the song.
I thought that was the guy making the AI music.
He makes alternative
Is
music.
he real?
Knox,
he's real.
Knox is music for people who want to listen to AI music, but it's actually produced by a real person. It is indecipherable between the two.
This will be a good moment to mention to you that I am going to see. I'm going to see Shinedown for the 6th time on Monday.
What the hell is Shinedown? I've never heard of
They've
that.
been a rock band for
Google
25
what
years.
Knox looks like.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you do that, I will say it's time for what we
So
missed,
embarrassing.
which may be more Spotify Wrapped commentary. What we missed, presented by Door County Distillery.
This is
locally
why not
produced.
everyone should be able to make music.
Right. Exactly. We need to take microphones away from more people.
SoundCloud should be a premium app.
Door County Distillery, locally produced and crafted, award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Whiskeys, rums, gins, vodkas, brandies, and more. You can find it all over the state of Wisconsin. Elevate your holiday season. Door County Distillery. DoorCountyDistillery.com, their website. Find the retailer nearest you, as well as a huge list of unique cocktail recipes. Again, that's DoorCountyDistillery.com. Any further thoughts on that?
I think I've made it clear. I think everything I've said.
You could dangle my loved ones over a cliff.
I'm just trying to think like how many songs I've heard you like singing to yourself and how many of them have been knocks. Because I don't really recognize a lot of the songs that you're singing. Have you just been trying to like force all this music upon
She
us?
said, I like your confidence, but you're not the 1975.
You done?
Tough.
Just try to help. All right, what'd you miss, Will?
Okay, I'm gonna try this one. I didn't have a lot of time to put any thought into this, but eclectic. Is that the word or is it eclectic?
It's eclectic.
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 Yeah.
I think it's you flipped the T and C, but you're close. Yeah.
What do you mean I flipped this?
Spell that again.
No,
I think you
was
spelled
right.
eclectic.
Lect.
It's
like elect, but there's a C.
L-E-C-T-I-C.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
said LETC.
No, I didn't. I don't remember what I said. For definition, conglomeration.
Huh?
A collection of.
Did you Google this?
No, I thought that was the game. That I can't Google it anymore.
No, you can't Google it.
Yeah.
but- okay.
You said like an eclectic of music taste, so I thought it was like a combination.
Yeah, no, that's
no,
wrong.
it just means basically a diverse or broad.
Yeah, it's like unique.
Yeah.
All of large variants.
Yes.
So I'm eclectic.
Yeah, you're an eclectic dude.
Yeah.
Your
music taste isn't eclectic.
Is not. Yeah, correct. I would say like if you look at a painting that is lots of colors. Abstract could be eclectic. Yeah.
Powerful.
Good to have one of my words selected.
Yeah, it might be the first time.
I also don't think you would describe the painting you did as eclectic. Eclectic would mean it had various styles of painting all amongst one.
I said you could say that. Yeah. I said you could. I didn't say you would.
No, I
said
think
could.
you
should.
You tried to describe like modern art in like a Jackson Pollock style as eclectic, which
Okay, that will do it for us today. We'll be back with you Friday beginning at 12:30 Central, ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Will, what do you know about Jackson Pollock?
No idea. It sounds like a baseball
How about
player.
Andy Warhol?
Andy Warhol. He sounds like a commander of like a battleship or something like that.
Nailed it. Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
The SS Kentucky.
YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, good job today, guys. We'll talk to you on Friday. Yikes. Peace.